20 up next, that's a bet. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detective. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detective. Don't lie, lie, lie.
On me, yeah, couple M's in jewelry, chill. I'm a rest like just no. Look at my bust down shine, chill. Small, just made my flight, just made my flight. 100 bands up for the next show. I don't want to, don't want to. I ain't want to tell you this, mama. Tell you this, $1 million cash just.
Cut the check.
Hello?
What?
What?
Lie detective. Don't lie, lie,
What?
What?
cut the check. Bye, bye, bye.
Wait, what?
What?
Bye, bye, bye. OG.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Wait, who's doing that?
Controlled by
What?
the Philadelphia
Wait, who's doing that?
Who's doing that?
Enes Kanter pins it.
It sounds like a Squeaker Nathan person.
Here's a chance from long range. Not
Who's
easy.
squeaking?
Pure confidence
Who's
on that jumper.
squeaking?
He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of him.
Who's actually speaking? Because somebody is following my voice.
Oh,
And they don't even sound like my voice.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to appear in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dunn?
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Beasley. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
To Tobias Harris. Oh, Ben Simmons. 3 for 4. Good start.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
The assist from number 30.
Sixers control it. Butler to Simmons. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Harris to Butler. Had a chance, but it's no good. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down every...
All right, let's bring the fire. Let's bring the fire to him.
Substitutions at the net. Subbing in for the 76ers, number 33, Tobias Harris.
Fires the 3. three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
From long range, he engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And scores. Great body control on the step through.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Simmons to Tobias Harris.
Defensive foul to number 5.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Trae Young.
In the second quarter.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Tobias Harris has got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Missed the second as well. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players run to their spots.
Yeah,
the harder the bigs
I
were
play
running to the
NBA.
rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they
I
knew
play
they could be
2K, I play
active
live.
recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good. The big guy, Greg Monroe. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Beyond the arc for 3.
Oh,
Textbook
no.
defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
That's it for the first half. The Hawks with the...
God damn it.
The Hawks are feeling comfortable.
Who was gold? Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. The 76ers were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. And someone needs to step up. Back to Ed.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third.
Get back.
For 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Too.
Muller to bring it up. The deficit is 6. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
That's good D.
God,
Shot no
okay, it
good.
was in.
And that's going to get out of bounds. It remains Sixers basketball.
You could have catch up with these shots. You acting stupid. You were acting stupid.
Simmons to Embiid.
How
And he's
all the
fouled.
fouls
He's going
are
to the line
happening?
for 2.
I'm watching the coach's reaction
How the fouls are
right now,
happening?
and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
I gotta play.
Good free throw
Yes.
shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
to Beasley. Fires the three. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Subbing in for Atlanta, number 1 and number 13.
Trae Young.
2 minutes remaining.
Going to launch beyond the arc.
Oh,
Not getting
oh,
the
you are,
bounce.
oh, you are bad.
Yes, and
You
a
are
foul.
bad.
A chance at a three-point play.
Oh, that was
Oh,
a big-time
that's
shot.
bad.
But more impressive than the
You
shot,
pushed
the
me.
bench
But
reactions.
if I
I love
made
the
that too,
celebration
and you
tactics.
pushed me,
This is why you
oh,
love
that
this
feels
game.
so worse.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Sixers have the basketball.
Must have taken
The
my
drive,
player.
right to the basket.
Took my
Oh,
player.
Ben Simmons, now 4 for 9.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Four three. That's off the side of the rim,
Yeah.
short.
Huh?
Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him.
And if they
Don't
shoot trash,
overcommit.
it
Stunt,
should
then
be-
get back to
it
your
should
stay at
be
home.
on
Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Oh, Dusty. They said they showed
Harris to Monroe. Gets it in the left corner.
Dusty ducked that.
Now a steal by Atlanta.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Yeah, like. Oh! Okay,
Here's a
shot.
chance from long range. He was
Oh!
all over him.
But yeah, they said they showed Dusty. Huh?
Count the bucket for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball
What?
in the bucket.
Trae Young. It goes down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Count it.
This type of game needs
Oh,
to
wait.
be celebrated.
Like, I got
This is the
focus.
type
I got
of culture
focus.
that is
It's like-
fostered
it's
when you play
41
with
to
unselfish
42,
players.
and same
When you give up a
time.
little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, emphatic slam. The Hawks will use a timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner.
I have an idea, but it kind of sounds stupid. Or actually sounds stupid.
Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't
Come
keep your hand
come on,
outwards
come
in the
on,
pocket of the
Aaron,
shooter.
let me-
The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Yeah, yeah. Muscles, muscles, muscles. Can't shoot, don't care. Can't shoot that, can you? Can't shoot that, can you? Boom. Can't shoot it, can you? Alright.